As we move through life and age, we start to realize something profound. The most valuable treasures are not found in our bank accounts, luxury cars, or sprawling homes. These fleeting symbols of wealth are all well and good, but they pale in comparison to the true treasures that define the latter years of life. The most precious things are the ones that bring us genuine joy, peace, and fulfillment. The kinds of things no amount of money can buy. But here's the question. How many of these treasures do you truly possess? In this video, we're going to uncover 5 of the most precious treasures of old age. These are the things that bring deep, unwavering happiness and meaning when all else fades away. These treasures are the ones that, once realized, make life feel not only rich, but profoundly fulfilling. So whether you're already embracing these gifts or just beginning to recognize their importance, this journey will help you understand what truly matters. Stay with me until the end, because the more of these treasures you hold onto, the more joyous and enriched your life will be. And if you're missing any, don't worry. It's never too late to start cultivating them. Let's get started. Health and mobility. The freedom to live fully, one of the greatest treasures of old age, and one that so many take for granted, is the ability to move freely and be healthy. As we age, it's easy to underestimate the value of good health until it starts slipping away. Health isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. It's the foundation for everything that follows. Good health and mobility aren't just about avoiding illness. They're about the freedom to enjoy life. The ability to get up without pain, to stretch without discomfort, to go for a walk or swim without feeling exhausted. These are the gifts that make life worth living. These are the treasures that give you the independence to travel, spend time with loved ones, and pursue hobbies without being limited by your body. Roger, a 78-year-old man, spent years working in an office and lived a sedentary lifestyle after retiring. He thought rest was all he needed. However, he soon found that the more he avoided exercise, the harder it became to move. His knees ached, and walking felt like a chore. But Roger made a simple yet life-changing decision. He started a routine of daily morning walks and light stretching. Within months, the difference was astounding. His joints hurt less, his energy levels increased, and he rediscovered his independence. Good health doesn't come from simply exercising. It's about eating a nutrient-rich diet, staying hydrated, and getting quality sleep. All of these factors work together to maintain not just mobility, but a vibrant quality of life. Regular checkups, listening to your body signals, and making small adjustments can help prevent larger health issues and keep you active longer. Remember, health isn't a luxury, it's a treasure. Deep relationships, the true gold of life in our younger years. We may think that wealth is the ultimate goal, but as we age, we realize that the most valuable treasures aren't things you can own. They're the people who stand by you, the relationships that give life meaning, and the love shared with family and friends. These are the treasures that make life truly worthwhile. Relationships deepen with time, but they also require effort. As the years go by, it's easy to let connections fade, to get busy with life, and forget to nurture the bonds that matter most. And yet, these are the very relationships that sustain us, provide us with purpose, and fill our days with warmth and joy. Take George, a 75-year-old man who, for years, prioritized work over relationships. Once retired, he realized that his children had grown distant, and his friendships had become surface level. Calls were less frequent, and gatherings felt awkward. Instead of letting regret take over, George decided to make a change. He reached out to his family and friends, took the time to visit and connect, and made new efforts to engage with people around him. Slowly, his relationships deepened once again, and he found that the effort he put into nurturing these bonds was worth more than any career achievement. Studies show that people with strong social connections tend to live longer, experience lower levels of stress, and maintain better mental health. The value of a deep connection with others cannot be overstated. Those who nurture relationships create the emotional safety net that helps them thrive. So, remember, it's not just about having people around you. It's about fostering meaningful relationships that bring real joy into your life. A clear mind and lifelong learning. The power of an engaged brain. One of the greatest treasures in old age is not physical. but mental, the ability to think clearly, to stay curious, and to continue learning. As the body ages, the mind must be actively nurtured. Just like our muscles, the brain needs to be exercised to remain strong and agile. A common misconception is that aging inevitably leads to mental decline, but this is far from the truth. The key to preserving cognitive function is staying engaged, challenging yourself with new learning opportunities, exploring fresh ideas, and engaging in thought-provoking activities. Margaret, a 72-year-old retiree, found that after a few years of watching TV and sticking to familiar routines, her mind began to slow down. Her memory wasn't as sharp, and she found herself struggling to focus on simple conversations. Instead of accepting this as inevitable, Margaret decided to stimulate her mind again. She began learning Spanish, picked up painting, and joined a discussion group. Within a few months, her mind felt sharper, her confidence grew, and she felt more engaged with the world around her. Engaging in lifelong learning, whether through reading, learning new skills, or having intellectual conversations, helps keep the brain in peak condition. Research has shown that those who continue to learn have better memory retention, enhanced problem-solving skills, and greater mental clarity. An engaged mind is one of the most precious treasures you can possess. It's never too late to start strengthening your brain. Emotional peace and gratitude. The path to true contentment in our youth. We often chase success, money, and approval. Yet, as we age, we realize that none of those external achievements lead to true happiness. The real treasure is emotional peace, the ability to let go of past regrets, to forgive, and to find joy in the present moment. Gratitude is the key to unlocking peace of mind. Studies show that practicing gratitude not only boosts mental well-being, but also improves physical health. By shifting focus from what we don't have to what we do, we can rewire our brains to experience more positive emotions. Alana, a 79-year-old woman, spent much of her earlier years harboring regrets about her career, lost friendships, and missed opportunities. But one day, she decided to make a conscious choice to embrace gratitude. She started writing down 3 things she was thankful for every day and reached out to reconnect with old friends. Slowly, she found herself feeling lighter, freer, and more content. Forgiveness is another essential part of emotional peace. Letting go of past grudges can be difficult, but it's one of the most freeing actions you can take. Emotional peace doesn't just improve your happiness. It enhances your overall health and helps you live longer. A legacy of meaning. The gifts we leave behind as we approach our later years. The question often arises, what will we be remembered for? The truth is, the most lasting treasures aren't in material wealth, but in the legacy we create, the impact we have on others, the wisdom we share, and the love we leave behind. A meaningful legacy is not defined by wealth, but by the contributions we make, the lives we touch, and the values we instill in others. Walter, an 81-year-old man, spent his younger years focused on building a successful career. But in retirement, he realized that while he had accumulated financial security, he had neglected building lasting connections with the people around him. Instead of letting this regret consume him, Walter took action. He mentored younger professionals, passed on his knowledge to his grandchildren, and became actively involved in his community. The joy he found in giving back was far greater than anything he had accomplished in his career. The key to building a meaningful legacy is simple. It's the small acts of kindness, the stories we share, the lessons we teach, and the time we give to others. You don't have to do something monumental to leave a lasting impression. It's the consistent, meaningful contributions that define your legacy. In the end, the 5 treasures of old age, health, deep relationships, lifelong learning, emotional peace, and a legacy of meaning, are the true gifts that make life rich, fulfilling, and worth living. These are the treasures that no amount of money can buy, yet they are the things that make life truly worth living. If you embrace these treasures, you'll find that the later years of life are not a time to be feared, but a time to be celebrated. So, which of these treasures do you hold most dear? Which ones are you still working on? Remember, it's never too late to begin cultivating them, and the sooner you do, the more vibrant and fulfilling your later years will be. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share. Let's continue this journey together, because everyone deserves to live their golden years to the fullest. As we wrap up, it's clear that the true treasures of old age are not found in material wealth or external accomplishments. Instead, they reside in the health that allows us to live fully, the relationships that nurture us, the mind that keeps learning, the emotional peace that frees us, and the legacy of meaning that we leave behind. These treasures, unlike fleeting riches, only grow richer with time. They fill our days with purpose, connection, and joy, proving that a life well lived isn't measured by the size of our bank accounts, but by the love we share, the wisdom we pass on, and the peace we find within ourselves. It's never too late to start cultivating these treasures. Even if you've neglected them in the past, there's always room to grow and transform. The most precious moments in life come from simple, consistent actions: taking care of your health, nurturing your relationships, staying curious, embracing gratitude, and leaving behind a legacy of love. So, if you've been searching for the real riches of life, look no further than these 5 treasures. They are waiting for you, and the more you treasure them, the more you'll find that your later years are not just an extension of your life, but a celebration of it. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this video inspired you to reflect on the true treasures of old age and embrace the richness that comes with it. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share.